pound vest. I can only imagine if it was 100 pounds, but it makes me want to do some movements and training.
What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt DeVille with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Malik Scott, Deontay Wilder, and Floyd, Money Mayweather. Get this. Malik Scott says that he's always called Floyd an overrated big mouth. Deontay Wilder's trainer, Malik Scott, hints that Floyd Mayweather is praising Mark Breland for publicity. Wow. Floyd Mayweather, of course, recently took to social media to hail Deontay Wilder's former trainer, Mark Breland. However, that move has been now dismissed as nothing more than publicity stunt by Malik Scott. Deontay Wilder and Floyd Mayweather hadn't had a great relationship, to say the least. Things seemingly went awry when the heavyweight refused Mayweather's guidance in the aftermath of his first loss at the hands of Tyson Fury. Then, of course, we know Deontay Wilder was beaten again. And then Floyd came with this cryptic message about praising Mark Breland and then talking about people that are unqualified or under Mark Breland's status. Now, the question is, who was he talking about? Malik Scott's not an idiot, so he pretty much figured, okay, of course you're talking about me because I replaced the man that you're praising. So let's counterpunch. Is it for publicity? I believe it is. You have to understand the mindset of Floyd Mayweather, though. Floyd Mayweather is a guy that loves to be in the spotlight. That's what he's known. That's what he's accustomed to. And, and guys like Deontay Wilder losing, being the American, I think Floyd, he's using it as an opportunity to bring light to himself. But is what he did wrong? No, it's not, because it is important to understand that Mark Breland was fired for a reason that I think he shouldn't have been fired for. I think he should have been praised for what he did. That was the wrong reason to fire anybody based on the accusations at hand. You said one man, which is Mark Breland, you believed he spiked your water. But you also believe that Tyson Fury cheated by messing with his gloves. Well, you blame Mark Breland for the water, but you don't blame JD's for the gloves, but JD's is still aboard your team. See, that doesn't make sense. Okay, so the inconsistency is what got me. And what people talk about as far as Mark Breland, he's a decorated, honored fighter, which he's been reduced to being labeled as a jealous person of Deontay Wilder. So if you're looking at that, you're like, well, why would Mark Breland be jealous of Deontay Wilder? It's simple. Deontay Wilder and Floyd Mayweather's problem is they're both arrogant and egotistical people. Nothing more, nothing less. Why do you think he turned down the idea of Mayweather training him? Because he wanted his own thing. If you notice anything about Wilder bets on himself because he believes in himself. He looks at himself and other people that criticize him as haters or someone that's jealous, that are all the above. That's Wilder. Wilder doesn't like criticism. But someone with a big ego that thinks he knows everything, according to Mark Breland, you're never going to tell them anything that they will take as constructive criticism. You're not. But what Malik Scott, I like how he said it. He said, this is what Wilder thought of him, not what I thought of him. So Malik hasn't said anything about Floyd. But he did say what Deontay Wilder said. He's always called Floyd an overrated big mouth. I don't know about overrated. I don't know where he would get that from based on Mayweather's career, based on what he did in the sport, based on what he did for boxing. Okay, so I don't see how he may be a big mouth. TMT, the Money Team, Floyd, right? TBE. Yeah, he talks a lot, but at the end of the day, though, at the end of the day, um, he may be a big mouth, but I don't think he's overrated. If anything, people tried their best to underrate Floyd because of his supreme skills, his defensive masterpiece, reflexes, and ring IQ. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think that's what it is. That's just Deontay Wilder, shouting out a derogatory statement towards Floyd because of what he did for Malik or to Malik. And here's the thing. It's not Malik's fault that he got the job. He was honored to take the job. It's not his fault that Deontay Wilder fired Mark Breland. But Mark Breland, I feel, should have been recognized. And I think, honestly, Floyd Mayweather, if he was going to do that shit, he would have done it last year when it happened. But it is significant that he did wait, until Deontay lost again. But I think Floyd might have intentionally did that just to show. See, I told you should have got that guy in there. He didn't know what he was doing. All he is a journeyman that turned trainer. I mean, how many of those guys we have? Really, how many of these people we have? He's not even qualified. He's not even qualified to go up against Tyson Fury. So those are the things. So he waited until Tyson beat Wilder and then, used Mark Breland as that poster child of someone that is decorated. You know what I mean? But you didn't decorate him then and come to his offense at the point of time. But you're doing it now as a straight tool for an insult for Deontay Wilder. So I get what's going on. So people are, this is a cold war that's going, and it's getting real hot real quick between Deontay Wilder and Floyd, Money, Mayweather. You guys tell me what you think of Malik Scott's statement that Deontay Wilder made towards Floyd Mayweather. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace.